Raising a child is a dual work consisting of nuances and details. And my attitude towards my children is different. It depends on their age. I am more available to a baby, and I am less available to the older ones because they can wait, they can be patient and tolerant. But first of all, I prioritize my physiological needs. I can't be irritated just because I'm hungry or thirsty. And I never drink cold coffee just because I have a baby. I always I always drink just hot coffee. I believe it's just a part of self-care. I feel my baby and I predict his needs. I try to feed him or let him sleep before he starts crying. I just take care of his nervous system. I try to be available to him as much as possible. But of course, sometimes he needs to cry a little bit just because I need both my arms. For example, when I change a diaper to my toddler or when I wash her. My personal boundaries are the most open with the baby, but then they are less and less open, just because children can wait as soon as they become older. So with the toddler, my personal boundaries are not as open as with the baby, and they are the least open with my older children. My older daughter, when she was a toddler, she was very demanding. She was extremely demanding. And a demanding child is the biggest intruder of the personal boundaries. Actually, I learned to protect my personal boundaries on her. But when my son was born and when he was a toddler, I believed that it's a problem uh, of a girl or a boy. I believed that it's very difficult to raise girls just because they are very demanding, and it's very simple to raise boys uh, because they just have the better character. My son wasn't moody or grumpy that time. I didn't raise my voice. I just didn't need to scold him. Actually, I raise my voice only when I need to protect my boundaries. Because not just because I said this, just because I am your parent, you need to do this just because. No, I raise my voice only in two cases, just because we need to be in schedule or when I protect my personal boundaries. Because as I already said, children can be very big intruders of the personal boundaries of the parents. So I believed that my son was, he had such a good character just because he was a boy. But when he was 4 years old, my mom came, and I remember that situation on the playground when my mom just started scolding him for something, and he threw the sand into her, and she became so furious that she started to shake him aggressively. Of course, I was angry at that moment, but I think that situation influenced my son, and after that situation, he became too emotional. When I was with my third toddler all the time, she didn't look demanding, and I started thinking that maybe not all girls the same, that maybe girls can also be good and nice. But after she was with my mom, when I worked, I realized that she can also be demanding. And then I realized that it doesn't depend on a child from birth. It doesn't depend on whether it's a girl or a boy. It depends on the adults. Um, it, de- it can depend on different types of behavior. Just because children see different routine, different rules, or different reaction on their behavior. But the only difference is between the boys and the girls. Boys become emotional and the girls become demanding. And now I need to be strict. I need to protect my personal boundaries with my third one too, because she needs to be within the limits. Thank you. Bye bye.